Hi, it's So from So's Real Thoughts, and with Halloween just around the corner, I thought I'd pick 5 horror films that I thought were worth sharing. Take into perspective that I am not a horror film fan. I just die at the sight of a girl with long hair and white. I don't know if you should take my judgment, but any film that makes me want to crap all over myself is a good enough scary movie, don't you think? Number 1, Don't Look Now. A married couple who is grieving the recent death of their daughter is in Venice when they encounter 2 elderly sisters, one of whom is psychic and brings a warning from the beyond. I watched this film in film school and thought it'd be another cool, deep yet interesting film like, I don't know, The Godfather. But I was completely wrong. This film is stylistically told in an unconventional way. It pounds your head with imagery again and again and again. You feel their dread and their guilt for their daughter's death and shows how disillusioned they've become. The true horror doesn't come till the very last minute of the film that seriously makes you want to shoot yourself. You will never see the color red the same ever again. Number 2, The Descent. My friend Farah suggested that everybody watch The Descent, and I'm glad and horrified at the same time that I did. A caving expedition goes horribly wrong when the explorers become trapped and discover there's no way out. I'm glad Neil Marshall, the director, chose an all-female cast. It created an interesting and tense mood to the already uneasy environment. With women, a certain amount of vulnerability comes into the picture and you root for them even more. After building such a knit-tight build-up, the first real scare doesn't come till half the film, and from there, hold on to dear life. I had no expectations for this film and it surprised me even more, and I think it's better that way. This is an English film, and apparently when it was released in the US, they cut a minute from the end because the American market wanted a more hopeful ending. Not this time. If you're gonna watch this film, watch it with the English cut. It is so much better. Trust me. Number 3, Audition. There is something Asians do best, and it is horror films, and it's no surprise it's coming from Takashi Miike. He's the epitome of sick. Unlike in Ichi the Killer where he pushes the boundaries so far it becomes surreal, Audition takes a more realistic turn. A widower takes an offer to audition girls in order for him to find a new wife. I don't understand why he couldn't find just another wife by, dating like normal people. Obviously the moral of the story is don't audition for your wives because the payback is gonna be a fucking bitch. Be emotionally prepared when you see this. It's Takashi Miike. I don't expect anything less than bloody, psychologically fucked up stories. But he took it to another level halfway through the film when we are confronted with a sack. A sack. And it'll be the most horrifying sack you've ever seen in your life. This is by far the most twisted and fucked up movie that Takashi Miike has ever done. And that's saying a lot coming from Takashi Miike. So if you don't have a strong stomach, please don't watch this. Which brings us to number 4. Trouble Every Day. Although this film got a 44% on Rotten Tomatoes, I still think it's a valid horror film to see. I have no idea how I came to watch this, but it ruined my life. I don't even know how to start to describe this film. The story doesn't piece itself together till probably a third of the movie. It's a horror tale that juggles sex and blood. The film has quite an appetite for those two things, if you know what I mean. Vincent Gallo fits perfectly into this strange erotic world. I watched this a few years back and I remember I couldn't watch another film for a week. That's how bad this film affected me. If anybody else watches this movie, please tell me what you thought so I don't feel completely insane for being scared of this movie. Number 5, A Tale of Two Sisters. A Tale of Two Sisters is based on an old Korean folk story, which has been adapted a few times. After the death of their mother, 2 sisters move back into their house to face their evil stepmother and a supernatural being. This is essentially a ghost story, and if there's anything I hate in this world, it is ghost stories. Kim Jee-Woon directs this psychological thriller with such style. Every angle, every piece of furniture, every setting is a cinematographer's wet dream. Without outright saying that this is a ghost story, the film encases you in a room of eerie wonderment that amps up the suspense to an all-time high. After withstanding the unbearable suspense. The payoff is huge. If you like The Orphanage, definitely watch A Tale of Two Sisters. There was an American remake of A Tale of Two Sisters back in 2009 called The Uninvited, but seriously, who wants to watch that crap? So those are my 5 top horror films. What I've noticed with all these films is that they're all about a female with a dark past. I don't know what it is with horror films that love to victimize women, but that's been the blueprint for the genre since Dracula. Although these films haven't been in any top 10 horror film lists, it is definitely worth seeing. Whether you see it on Halloween or whatever, please tell me what you think of the movie or any other film that you think is worthy of sharing. Alrighty, thank you.